The Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador is an organization that represents members' interests in meetings and discussions with government departments, agencies, municipal councils, engineering consultants, and the general public. They are your voice in the road construction, water and sewer, and heavy construction industries. With their partnerships, they connect people, goods, and services through reliable, innovative infrastructure to boost prosperity and well-being in Newfoundland and Labrador.
It's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we'd use personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.
And I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and it's great to be here at the Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador annual general meeting and their conference, their annual conference. Everybody coming together, sharing ideas, hearing from government, industry, everybody working together. These folks are doing great things in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. This conversation is brought to you by Harvey and Company, thought leaders in the room, bringing the conversation alive. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
My name is Leon House, owner, president of Provincial Paving and North Deck Construction.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about your company, Leon. What do you guys do?
We mainly do highway paving and highway infrastructure. A lot of times it's in rural Newfoundland. Sometimes it's highway work, things like that.
Right.
We've been on the go for over 30 years now, so we'd like to think we're a staple player in the industry.
Right, and we heard the Premier talk today about all the exciting things that are happening, booming, and of course, all of the things that he mentioned, they need roads. They need roads to get in and out, right? What are you excited about when the Premier speaks about all the things that are happening in Newfoundland?
Well, I think the Premier is right on the money right now with what's going to happen in Newfoundland and Labrador. I think we're poised right now for some very exciting times. I mean, our infrastructure is old and failing, and you think of all the mega projects that are out there, the mining that's out there, the offshore wind development or the wind development that's happening. I think industry is poised to be in the right place at the right time right now.
And the other thing, we had Minister Hutton on as well, and one thing that he brought up was about, rural economic development, in the outports of Newfoundland and across the province and into Labrador, all the opportunities. Your company, you spoke about it right out of the gate. You're in a lot of rural areas.
That's right, and with all the new and exciting developments that's happening, a lot of this stuff is in rural Newfoundland and Labrador. So the infrastructure is going to be more important than ever, that the roads in and out of these places for the big projects, for the mines, for the wind farms, for hydrogen development. It's important right now that we make sure that the infrastructure is suitable for those projects.
You're holding a leadership role with the Heavy Civil Association. Talk to me a little bit
That's
about
correct.
that.
Right now, I'm currently a director on the Heavy Civil Association. I've been on the board for over 10 years. We're kind of like the liaison between industry and the government, and we have think tanks with the government. If there's issues, contractors can bring them to the board, and the board will take it to the government, and we act like a liaison between the two when needed.
Talk to me about the importance of that, keeping the dialogue open and having somebody in the middle there that can sort of take the industry largely's concerns and bring them and be an advocate to the government. So vitally important, because as you know, you run your own company. These fellas are busy paving, they're busy building bridges, docks, keeping the water running. Sometimes they don't have time to do that piece that you just talked about.
That's right. And sometimes they just don't know the right avenue to get to the people they need to discuss their problems. So they can, if they're members of the association, they can come to us. We can either put them in touch with who they have to meet, or we can be a liaison on their behalf and meet with their concerns. And often in times, at the end of our season, we'll have all the contractors get together and we'll talk about what we think is the right path forward and what's best for our infrastructure in the province. And then we'll hold meetings. We'll try to, meet with our ministers and deputy ministers and down the food chain and put together what we think is the right approach for, the best product for the taxpayers in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Leon, every morning we get up and we turn on the water and it runs, and we drive to work over roads and bridges, and the ships come in and they come alongside stable jetties and docks. That all happens because of folks like you, people that are in this industry, people that are in that room. But I would argue that's pretty misunderstood, or maybe even taken for granted by many, many people, of the people that are working in this industry. So what would you tell people about the industry?
Well, the industry right now, for young people getting into industry, right now is a great time. There's a great living for people who don't mind a little bit of travel around the province. You know, some of it's seasonal, some of it's full-time. You know, we need engineers, we need operators, we even need laborers. I mean, you know, we need everybody right now to be ready for what's going to come in the future. Like the Premier talked about his hospital that we're going to build out on just there off of Kinmount Road. Well, that hospital is great, but we got to remember there's going to be water and sewer going to that hospital, and there's going to be roads to get to that hospital. We're just not going to click our fingers and all this infrastructure falls in place.
Yeah, I love that. I love how you spin it to the opportunity, because I got to tell you, that's all you really hear right now is about the opportunity, whether it's the Premier talking or you talking. It's all about opportunity. I'm glad that you told us that. So thanks very much for being on the show. Appreciate everything you do. Appreciate for your leadership in the association.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
It's a great place to work, right? You're surrounded by dedicated people who love what they do, and we're serving the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. You gotta love it. We're bringing brands to the province that we're proud of, we'd use personally, so it really makes us really happy to be able to share that throughout the province. I think what's unique is our connection to the province, to the people we serve, and where we live. At the end of the day, all the equipment we sell is meant to keep the province moving.
The Heavy Civil Association of Newfoundland and Labrador is an organization that represents members' interests in meetings and discussions with government departments, agencies, municipal councils, engineering consultants, and the general public. They are your voice in the road construction, water and sewer, and heavy construction industries. With their partnerships, they connect people, goods, and services through reliable, innovative infrastructure to boost prosperity and well-being in Newfoundland and Labrador.